So we'll look in this quick video on using law of sines to find missing angles. So this is page 4 in your packet. So we'll do a few examples off of page 4. So here we're going to find angle B. So we'll go ahead and we'll circle the two appropriate things. Again, we got the side 27. It doesn't help us, so we'll use 65 and 28. And so for our law of sines, we're going to want the side on top over the sine of the angle, and that's going to be equal to the side, which is 25, over the sine of x. So now once we cross multiply, and you can go ahead and, so we got 28 times sine of x equals, just go ahead and do 25 times the sine of 65 in your calculator. Make sure you're in degree mode. So that equals 22.66. We'll divide both sides by 28. And so now we're left with sine of x equals 0.809. And so this is where you got to be very careful, right? So we got to undo the sign right there. And remember, to do that, we have to hit second sign, sine inverse, sine to the -1, or arc sine if you got your Desmos. And so what we're going to do is second sign, because we have to undo the sign. And so our final answer, x equals 54 degrees. Then we'll do one more very quickly. I'll come down to number 3. It's got a little bit more room to it. So we'll find the measure of angle C. So there's our x. So 29 and x go together, and the 96 degrees and 34. So 34, 34, excuse me. Make sure I'm right, that's right. 34 over the sine of 96 equals 29 over the sine of x. Once we've got this set up, it's cross multiply and solve. So we got 34 times the sine of x equals 29 sine of 96. I'll type that in the calculator, and that's 28.84. Divide both sides by 34. And so now I've got sine of x equals 0.848. And now we need to undo the sign, so x is the sine inverse of 0.848, which means x, in this case, equals 58.02. Now these problems where you have to solve the whole triangle, that means find everything that's missing. So first off, you think number 6 right here, we could find that missing angle. So 29 plus 50, that equals 79, which means 180 minus 79, our missing angle is 101 degrees. So there's one piece that we've solved for. And then it's just a matter of now, let's go ahead and solve the other two missing sides. So we can do 26 over the sine of 29 equals x over the sine of 101. And so then we got 26 times the sine of 101 when we cross multiply. So we got x sine of 29 equals 25.5, and then you divide both sides by sine of 29, and you can type that straight into your calculator. Here, x is going to be equal to, so we'll divide both sides by sine of 29, like I said, and that's 52.6, right? So there, we got that side now. And then to solve for y, I'm going to use that same setup that I had before. I'll use the 29 and the 26. So again, we got 26 over the sine of 29, and that equals, y is going to go with 50. So y over the sine of 50. Now it's just, again, cross multiply and solve. So we have y times the sine of 29. 26 sine of 50 is 19.9. Divide both sides by sine of 29. Divided by sine of 29. And that means y equals 41.1. And if we look closely at our triangle here, remembering that the biggest side should be across from the biggest angle, sure enough, 52.6 is the biggest side, and it's across from the 101 degree angle. It's kind of hard to see. We've kind of circled it a few times. And then the smallest angle was 29. right here, and that happens to be across from the smallest side. So it looks like we went in the right direction with this one.